Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. Police in Wilkes-Barre still on the lookout for a man they say fired shots in the city last night. Police were called to an area of the 200 block of Wyoming Street just before 8:30 to reports of a man with a shotgun. Several streets in the city's north end were closed, while Wilkes-Barre police were joined by officers from surrounding communities to perform a search. No one turned up. There were no reports of any injuries. If you have any information, you're asked to contact police. A West Hazelton man allegedly broke into a Freeland residence last week and now faces several charges. A Freeland woman told police that she found 46-year-old William Marsh inside her home shortly after 4 Friday afternoon. He allegedly stole a 9mm handgun, a rifle, and around $8,000 cash. He also fled the scene with the victim's German Shepherd. He was charged with burglary, criminal trespass, possession of a prohibited firearm, and criminal mischief. He was arraigned Saturday and taken to prison for lack of $100,000 bail. 5 new officers were sworn in and 5 other officers were promoted Monday night during a ceremony at Hazelton City Hall. WYLN's Gary Perna has more from the ceremony.
While these officers have been on the job training for the last 2 months, Monday night they were sworn in front of family and friends.
Support and defend.
That I will support and defend.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
And the Constitution of the State of Pennsylvania.
Mayor Jeff Cassett is thrilled to see the department going at full strength.
It feels great. Today we did an official swearing-in ceremony for the 5 new officers that were hired a couple of weeks ago, and some of the promotions that have been given throughout the course of the year.
Chief Speziale said the officers are preparing to leave the training program.
They've been part of a field training program, 16 weeks. Some will be cut loose because some have been police officers in other jurisdictions, and some will take a little bit more time. But this group has been an exceptional group. They really do a tremendous job. This is one of the greatest groups I've seen.
Along with the 5 new officers, 5 other officers were promoted. The department's second female officer hired has now become the first female detective.
Brett Green was promoted to detective. She's truly talented in her abilities, a great investigator, but also very empathetic, very compassionate, always the person that when a child is in distress or a woman's in distress, always that person that's there to get the box of candy, get the coloring books. So she really fits the bill for that position. So we're really happy about that.
Also promoted was Brian Scudamaker, the detective sergeant, Anthony White to lieutenant, Kirk Wetzel to lieutenant, and William Gallagher to detective lieutenant.
There's going to be a little bit of a different shift here. You're going to start seeing lieutenants in the street. So you're going to start seeing it like a structure where there's a patrol commander, and that will be your lieutenant. Then you'll have a patrol supervisor, that will be your sergeants and your corporals. And then you'll have your officers that are out there. And that's what this is all about, to be more with modern day 21st century policing in that structure.
Fire Chief Donald Leschko kicked off the program by thanking the officers for their service and dedication to the community. He also recognized them for the work they did and the bravery they displayed last week when responding to a report of a standoff on East Elm Street.
They were out protecting our citizens above and beyond in a call that I don't think any officer wants to ever respond to. But they did it professional, they did it with courtesy, they did it with this dedication, and most of all, and most important of all, that we can't stress this enough, each and every one of those officers went home to their families.
In Hazelton, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Congratulations. The Weatherly Area School Board is looking into options for hiring an armed police officer to work inside the district schools. The school board met with Weatherly Borough Council members Monday night. Council agreed to work with the district but will not be paying for the officer. Mayor Tom Connors recommended hiring a resource officer instead of a police officer, which would save around $45,000 a year. Another councilman suggesting that the Weatherly Area School District form its own police department like the one in Hazleton. A final decision has not been made, and both the school board and council are expected to continue talks. Governor Tom Wolf signed Tyrion's Law yesterday, providing protections for victims of domestic violence. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has more.
Governor Tom Wolf signed Senate Bill 449, known as Tierney's Law, strengthening protections for victims of domestic violence, and urged the House to pass a package of Senate domestic violence reform bills.
Tierney's Law was passed unanimously by both houses, both chambers of the legislature, because I think everybody recognized that this is really a necessary thing to fix our system. This bill will strengthen our hand in protecting victims of domestic abuse while holding their abusers accountable for the atrocious acts they have committed. And it will help survivors of this kind of abuse gain the security and peace of mind that they need as they recover from the horrible crimes they've been forced to live through.
Tierney's Law adds strangulation to the list of offenses where police officers can arrest a perpetrator without a warrant when it's been committed against a family member or someone sharing their household. This bill will allow judges to use risk assessment tools more objectively to determine whether the perpetrator poses a continued danger to the victim.
We all know the tragic story that has led us to take a hard look at our laws and make this change. All of us mourn Tierney's loss. We mourn the loss of a beloved and loving daughter, mother, sister, aunt, and friend who brought joy to everyone she met. And while we can never fix what they've had to go through, this bill will help us prevent senseless and horrible situations like this one from happening to other Pennsylvania families.
The governor was joined by Tierney's Law sponsor Senator Camera Bartolotta, Pennsylvania's victim advocate Jennifer Storm, legislators, stakeholders, and members of Tierney's family.
Every time Tierney's name is spoken, her memory will live on, and her life will add so much more purpose to defend victims of domestic abuse and violence. And she will never be forgotten. And I am so very grateful that today we're going to finally see this bill become law, and Tierney's memory will live on and on as an angel for those that don't have a voice. She will be with us forever.
Senator Bartolotta brought together a broad coalition of criminal justice and domestic violence experts, as well as victim support services groups throughout this process to strengthen Pennsylvania's domestic abuse protection laws. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
A change may be on the way concerning how drugs are dispensed for Pennsylvanians under the Workers' Compensation Program. The State House Monday voted 101 to 92 for a bill that was drawn up in response to reports about doctors and law firms specializing in workers' compensation that were operating their own pharmacies. The bill would direct the Labor and Industry Department to adopt a drug formulary, a proposal strongly backed by the state's large business groups. The Wolf administration enacting recommendations of the Medical Marijuana Advisory Board yesterday. Health Secretary Dr. Rachel Levine will implement the Medical Marijuana Advisory Board's approval of whole plant marijuana.
This means that dry leaf or flower will be sold in Pennsylvania dispensaries in a form that can be vaporized. And I emphasize a form that can be vaporized, not smoked. We anticipate that dry leaf will be available in dispensaries later this summer.
The advisory board also recommending that cancer be revised to include remission therapy, and more diseases and disorders have also been added to the available list for treatment.
More than 30,000 patients have registered for the medical marijuana program. More than 10,000 patients have received an ID card and have actually received medication at a dispensary. We now have 2 grower processors who are shipping medication to 9 dispensaries. We anticipate that 6 more grower processors will begin shipping medication by the end of the month, and 8 more dispensaries will be open for patients very soon.
Dr. Levine directed the Department of Health to prepare the regulations to enact them. Coming up on WYLN News, it's brush fire season, plus it's tax deadline day. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Snow showers overnight, the low 28. Tomorrow, sunny, a high 52. Rain showers Thursday, the high 48. We'll be right back.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
The Falvella Law Firm, located at 314 Main Street, Suite A in Cunningham, offers help with car and truck accidents, wills, powers of attorney, and estates. With a small team of attorneys, they work directly with each and every client, serving all of northeastern Pennsylvania, and they are proud to offer legal services that make a real difference to you. Call them at 570-788-4191 today.
The liberals in Washington like to take the side of people here illegally. I'm Dan Muser. I think it's time we stand up for hardworking Americans who follow our laws every day. That's why I support defunding sanctuary cities. I also support building a wall to protect our border. We are a country of immigrants, but legal immigrants, which means we don't look the other way when people break our laws. I'm Dan Muser, and I approve this message.
Heavy rains, even snow. It may not look or feel like brush fire season, but it's here. And officials with the State Department of Forestry want you to take this time to think before you burn. WYLN's Gary Perna has more from state officials.
Brush fire season is here, although with the snow flurries today, well, you may not think it, but it really is here. Forestry officials say this weekend they saw temps into the 70s and close to 80s, and they also saw a spike in brush fires.
Yeah, I know it's a warming 38 degrees outside today, but just like last week, we had a sprinkle of snow. A couple people were able to burn safely, but then we kind of seen how this past Friday and Saturday was just right up in the 80s, almost close to 90, and then we had that small wind, and this past Friday and Saturday, we ran 18 brush fires. So just, a friendly reminder from the Bureau of Forestry is just, mind watching your burning, keep an eye on the weather. Don't be burning on dry, windy days. Save it for the days that are raining. And even if it's raining in the morning, you could be burning in the morning. But after that, small shower, it dries out quick.
Nowitzki said if you are going to do some cleaning and some burning outside, to follow this advice.
So if you got a big pile of debris left over for the winter months and you plan on burning, call your comm center. Just let them know what address you're burning at. That way, if something does come up over the scanner, the pager, and somebody calls it in, they're already aware of it. And if that case, if it does get away from them, they already know where they need to be just in case.
And if you start a brush or wildfire, it can cost you.
If we have suppression costs that go to it, if we have to call wardens crews in and planes, that could be a couple $1,000s. So it is just be mindful of it, and it could cost you a couple bucks. So be prepared and make sure you're keep an eye on your fires.
The bottom line is to be responsible if you are planning to burn.
Your fine fuels, which would be your grass and your leaves, they dry out really fast. And then it doesn't take long for those 1 hour fuels to dry out as well. So before you know it, your grass is on fire, your leaves are on fire. That's all going to preheat the fuels in front of it, like your sticks and shrubs. And then before you know it, you have a pretty large brush fire on your hands.
In Barnesville, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Pope Francis has accepted the resignation of Archbishop Stefan Soroka. He has led all of Schuylkill and parts of Luzerne, Columbia, and Northumberland County Ukrainian Byzantine Catholics since 2001. The unexpected announcement due to medical reasons. His resignation effective immediately. Tonight, the tax deadline. Taxpayers got 2 extra days because April 15th landed on Sunday. Then Monday was Emancipation Day, which is a legal holiday in the District of Columbia. Now, if you are not ready to get your federal taxes in by midnight, you can file for an extension. That will give you until October. Republican Representative Charlie Dent of Pennsylvania says he'll resign from Congress in the coming weeks after the leader of the influential caucus of GOP moderates announced last year that he wouldn't seek re-election. The 7-term Dent didn't give a precise departure date in today's statement. He has been a frequent critic of President Donald Trump. Governor Tom Wolf will have 10 days from Dent's resignation date to set a special election, which must be at least 60 days out. Coming up on Pardisville's News Choice, cleaning up in Community and You, plus the Helping Hands Telethon. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
I'm Paul Mango. As the father of 5 daughters, like every parent, I worry about school safety. 70 school shootings in 4 years. Yet Scott Wagner and Tom Wolf have done nothing. In Army Ranger training, I learned to identify and neutralize threats before they occur. As governor, I'll keep guns away from the mentally ill and give our schools the resources necessary to improve security. Because there's no higher priority than keeping every child safe.
Are you in good hands? Call Gary McNeilis of Allstate Insurance for all your insurance needs. The McNeilis Agency has 2 locations to conveniently serve you, 1092 North Church Street in Hazel Township and Hometown Village Square in Hometown. Their quality, service-oriented agency will make sure you get the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call in Hazel Township at 570-454-1981 or in Hometown at 570-668-5133.
Are you in good hands?
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. It's spelled different because we are different. Physical is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. If you're tired of living in pain, if you want to move better, overcome an injury or balance disorder, or you just want to improve your strength and conditioning, our highly skilled team of medical experts will help you get back to living the life you enjoy. New mentality, new body, new life. Get physical.
Welcome to Community and You here on Wyln. And yes, Mary and I are ready to go and clean up Greater Hazleton with the annual Great PA Cleanup that will take place on Saturday, April 21st. And this is a big event that the Chamber has been a part of for many years, getting groups and businesses together to go out and clean up Pennsylvania highways and make it a little more beautiful for all of us here in the state. And Mary, this is a great thing to get some of the businesses, some of the organizations, even groups of people together
yes.
to come out and say, hey, you know what, we're going to adopt this stretch of highway and, you know, we're going to clean it up.
Neighborhoods, playgrounds. This year, I know we've had a karate studio or 2 or a dance studio, any kind of group that you want to get together. And so we do provide, obviously, gloves, safety vests, bags, and there's also some great business sponsors that will do coupons for all those groups that participate. And you just need to call Dan Guidish, our membership director, is also the coordinator. And a huge thanks as well. After you fill up those bags and you leave them on the roadside, all of our local municipalities, and of course PennDOT is the one who supplies us with the materials to make it happen. So after a long, tough winter like it's been, and the winds and everything else, it really is a way to kind of spruce it up, and we're all set to go. And just in time and coordinate with Earth Day as well. So.
Yeah. And this is not just happening locally. This is across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
That's right.
The Great PA Cleanup takes place, and this is a great event to kind of give back for a little bit. So maybe if you have a couple people in your office, you can get together on Saturday, or maybe if you're a church organization or a nonprofit and you want to get together and make a little bit of a difference in your community, like so many of you do each and every year, this is a great opportunity as well. And you can just call Dan Geidish. All the information's up on your screen. You get your gloves and your vest, and you're ready to go. I think I still have mine from last year when we did this.
You know what? It is important, though. I'll tell you that. Even the chamber team and our board of directors is out on the chamber beltway on 424 there. And you know, the cars are. It's good to be able to be spotted and things like that.
Visible, very visible.
Safety is important.
Safety is very important. And again, the Great Pennsylvania Cleanup is Saturday, April 21st, and you can contact the chamber for more information. Talk to Danny Geidish. He'll get you all the info on how to get your group in with this, again, April 21st, to keep Pennsylvania beautiful. All right, Mary, so once we got done cleaning up and we're all cleaned up, okay, now we're ready for the Icebreaker Golf Tournament. And let me tell you something, we may be playing on the ice the way this winter's going.
I just want to note, Gary, that last year, our Icebreaker Golf Tournament, and it's, again, that last Thursday, or that last Friday in April, it was 80 degrees. Actually,
no ice in sight.
That's right, sunscreen and all. So we're hoping for another one of those by the time we get to the end of April.
So this is a great event. This is the first really golf tournament to kick off in the chamber and, of course, in the area. Although some golfers have been out already.
They probably have been, warming up their swings, getting ready for the season.
So this is going to take place on Friday, April 27th, the last Friday in April. And this time we're heading out to Split Rock Golf Course in the Poconos.
We are, and so Split Rock has always been a member. We rotate each and every year to our beautiful courses. So it really gives folks the chance to see the variety of courses that we have access to here in the greater Hazleton area. So really looking forward to it. It is an 11 o'clock lunch, or early lunch, with a 12 o'clock shotgun start. So again, you could still get some work done in the morning and then come on out for the Icebreaker.
And this is a great event because, you're tired of winter, you want to get out there and the nice green courses and have fun. So this is a great event. Maybe you get a couple people together. I know a lot of businesses participate in this each and every year. And if memory serves me right, we were sold out almost right before it.
Right, and so again, it's only $75 per person. Like I said, you do get your lunch, and then there's hors d'oeuvres that happen afterwards, of course, for the awards. Some of our golfers are serious, so we have to take care of them with the scoring and the awards. So it really is. It's a nice Friday afternoon, and then everyone is usually on their way and ready to enjoy the rest of the weekend.
All right, so a lot going on. And of course, for a full list of events that the Chamber is hosting that is going on through the Chamber, you can head to their website. And also you can sign up for events right on the website, get all the information you need, and talk directly to the Chamber staff as well. Mary, thanks so much for coming on.
Always a pleasure. Thank you, Gary, for helping us get the word out.
No problem. Thanks for joining us here on Community and You, everyone. We'll see you next time on WYLN.
Northeast Pennsylvania. Scenic beauty, close-knit communities. We're neighbors helping neighbors. Lehigh Valley Health Network is bringing you leading-edge cancer treatment that's close to home. Robotic surgery for quicker recoveries. World-class heart care and access to top specialists. All from Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton and our 15 community locations. Neighbors caring for greater Hazleton and beyond. Lehigh Valley Health Network.
Paul Mango is a disgrace. His ads attacking my dad, Scott Wagner, are flat-out lies. Dragging me into his dirty campaign is beyond the bounds of decency. My dad is a wonderful father who has always supported me. Mango is taking a decade-old dispute and twisting the truth. Mr. Mango, you're not half the man my father is. Take down your disgusting ads and apologize.
Rita's Italian Ice Hazleton, located in the plaza near Walmart, is open for the season. Visit Rita's Italian Ice in Hazleton and vote for your favorite flavor teams to score special deals on the winner. Rita's of Hazleton, supporting all area sports teams. When you're looking for a great meal and a place to enjoy the game, choose Damon's Grill, serving a full menu featuring appetizers, dinners, and desserts, specials every day. Damon's Grill of Hazleton, the place to watch all the games with 10-foot projector screens and 33 TVs total. At Damon's Grill of Hazleton, the grill is always on.
The City of Wilkes-Barre announcing the start of curbside yard waste collection. The collection begins on Monday, April 23rd. You can see the items there on your screen. Beginning Monday, residents can also drop off their yard waste at the DPW garage at 2 Cunningham Ave in Wilkes-Barre between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. and 6 a.m. and 2 p.m. during the summer. The Helping Hands Society hosting its annual telethon coming up on Saturday. The organization is a nonprofit that serves special needs children and their families through educational and therapeutic services. The staff and children are busy getting ready for the 2018 telethon, which will be broadcast live right here on Wyln this Saturday. The telethon has a new venue this year. It's being held at Genetti's Ballrooms on South Church Street in Hazel Township. Once again, mark the calendar. The Helping Hands telethon is this Saturday. You can watch it live starting at noon until 11 p.m. right here on Wyln. Now stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on Wyln News.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
At the Joyce Insurance Group, we offer insurance tailored to your needs. We protect what matters most to you.
We've been serving the needs of thousands of clients throughout Northeast Pennsylvania since 1955.
Our professional agents are dedicated to providing you with a great insurance experience.
With 62 years in business, our clients are the reason that we care the most.
Ask any of our 5,000 plus satisfied customers, and they'll tell you the right choice is Joyce.
For creative cuisine and handcrafted cocktails, visit Four Blooms in Drums.
Weather on WYLN TV 35 is brought to you by State Representative Tara Toohill. Paid for by the committee to elect Tara Toohill.